from the campus of the University of Alabama. Live sports from Alabama's sports team. This is WVUA Sports.
Well, it's been a bad month for former Tide cornerback Deon Ballou. He was cut by the Dolphins at the end of May, then picked up by the Steelers. Today, though, they waived him to make room for another running back on their 90-man roster, so that's too bad for him. Now, if you've looked at Alabama's commitment list for 2015 lately, you may have noticed there's one big position that still wasn't on the board: quarterback. Well, that all changed today as Blake Barnett committed to the Tide. Barnett is a 6'4", 194-pound dual-threat quarterback out of Corona, California. He becomes the Tide's 19th commitment for the class of 2015. One big reason he chose the Tide was Lane Kiffin. Here's how his pledge sounded to Tide Nation this afternoon.
In 2015, I'm officially committing to the University of Alabama. I think Alabama is a place for me, and I think that it's a place that's going to build me as a person as well as an athlete, and I think that's going to develop me the best and make me most successful in life.
And here are the numbers on Blake. He was originally committed to Notre Dame, but he decommitted and chose the Tide over Oregon. He expects to enroll in January. We'll hear from Rodney Orr, TiderInsider.com, on this big pickup tonight on the news at 10 o'clock. Now, you come to Alabama to win championships, and that's what Aaron Ratliff and Maya Jansen did last month, taking home the NCAA doubles title. Today, they were named the ITA's Women's National Doubles Team of the Year. That's a mouthful, but they got that award too, so congratulations for them. Now, while we're handing out praise and talking about championships, let's congratulate the men's golf team. 4 of its members were named All-Americans on Wednesday. That includes Robbie Shelton, Bobby Wyatt on the first team, Trey Mullinax on the second team, and Corey Whitsitt as an honorable mention. Women's golfer Stephanie Meadow also heard her name called as a first-team All-American. She becomes the Tide's first ever 4-time All-American in women's golf. Huge accomplishment for her, so congratulations certainly in order. Now, one of Stephanie's teammates was in action on Wednesday as the women's state amateur golf tournament got underway over at North River. Alabama freshman Cammie Gray from Northport was trying to defend her title, but she's not the only local competing. Rebecca Chandler, who is a UAB student from Northside, is in the consolation round. She was the only girls golfer at her high school, so playing for a team has been a positive change.
It was a huge adjustment. I never had a team in high school. I was the only golfer for the school, so getting to have a coach and team and people to practice with, it was pretty different. It was definitely a lot. I learned a lot. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I think with what I've learned, next year is going to be a lot better for me.
Cammie Gray unfortunately did fall tonight in 20 holes to Elaine Wood. The championship is Friday afternoon. We'll have the highlights for you. Now, before we go, we may be seeing the beginning of the end for the Washington Redskins. The Patent and Trademark Office canceled their trademark claim today because it was disparaging to Native Americans. That means that the team's legal options will be limited when others use their name, their logo, and potentially this could have a huge financial impact on the team. More sports tonight at 10, including a current Crimson Tide star reacting to a potential helmet change. You'll have to stick around to see that. The news at 6 continues after the break.